Oh God. Okay.
We can hear Rand. Have him mute his mic.
All right. Professional boys.
I'm just gonna rage quit halfway through. Don't worry.
Halfway, man. That's further than I expected.
Oh damn.
I'm a better man nowadays.
Wow, he's grown. I like it. Little Rand's growing all up.
Quitting?
I did that last night.
Oh damn.
All right.
Oh,
Let's see what
man.
I'm gonna do with these horrible, draconian inducement restrictions.
I take nothing. I concede? No, I take nothing. Next.
No, concede. Shortest game ever. Thurman and his team walk in, they look around the arena, they wave, they go, we're winning, and leave.
I mean, they'd probably still win at that point, too.
Alright, 2 bribes and a babe.
Ooh, I like it. I get my rerolls. Phew! I am so pleased.
10k short. 10k short being able to get the shot.
I'm so pleased. I'm like, oh goodness.
You don't get 100. Do you get 100k, chef? You don't get
No, he gets the
They get
300.
no bonuses.
Yeah, no
Yep.
bonuses for that. I know it's a little weak. That's weak. I would give you
There are
that.
many turns and twists that I have been displeased with for some of my strategies as I've discovered them.
Yeah,
I'm like,
the bank kind of the new bank kind of nerfed you too. I mean, just having all that money, like going, oh well, you'll get that next season.
Honestly,
Thanks.
I spent every penny of it, so that didn't really bother me.
Oh good. Oh good.
Spent every penny. Yeah, I've got the free bribe stadium if I was at home, but yeah, we got to play at your crappy stadium.
Ooh, I like it. Phew. Phew. I get the royal box. It's pretty.
I mean, it actually does
Drum
help
towers.
Wes, too, because he can buy whatever he wants.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's better for me. I could buy as many nobblers and shit as I want now.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh. Where's Thundon? It's called, say it with me, Thundon, my no tour.
No.
No tour. Netor? I forget it. It's so silly. It's so silly. Next.
Can't have that.
Oh, look at a pogoer.
At one time I knew how the Americans said it and how the Europeans said it. I've heard it both ways so many times, I'm just completely confused.
Minotaur.
Even my own player, I'm like going, is that Minotaur or Minotaur? I don't know. It's the bull. that guy. Hit with that guy. Alright, coin toss. And I have to set my team up on defense. Alright.
I will take the ball, I suppose.
That's fair. I'll go. Let's see. If
Are
you're
you seeing this game on there? Oh, there it is.
It just popped up. It has to wait until the coin toss and they pick a side for it to actually load into everybody else. Until that point, it's not officially a game.
Well, I was like, do we have to do something else for mixed races? Is there another screen we have to go to? Like,
Make me laugh. I'm trying to set up here.
Sick bastard would use chorps. Like, look at these.
yeah,
Look at
this.
things.
Look at this team.
This is disgusting. This
So,
is disgusting.
If you consider the minnow to be a bull, he's got like a 3-bull situation here.
Yeah.
Which seems like
Never seen
overkill,
it.
really.
Yeah. Seems like really overkill.
Block pro guard minnow. I mean, you're
Yeah,
trying to
that's
say
a pretty
geez,
good
who
minnow,
cares?
too.
Oh, but there it is. The reborn. The rebirth of the stunty
Soak it in
nation.
while he's still out there, boys,
I
because
stood on the line of scrimmage and my
he doesn't tend to last long in the trial runs that I have had.
I'm so excited for the. I'm really more excited for the ball carrying ogre than anything.
I wasn't gonna take him. That's where most of the overpriced, on my budget went. But when he was still sitting there later, I'm like, you know what? That means like a dick-nosed elf player can't come up and just instantly take the ball from me on a 2-die. They gotta at least get a good red die on him, probably. He buys me time. Old
Not having
Google Eye.
block is kind of annoying, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, I really hope he rolls another double. Really hoping for that other double.
So it'll be interesting to see what they field in this first drive.
Yeah.
The stunty union here with the mandatory 12-man roster starting off and having having what I believe there, 2 bribes and 2 dirty players, or not dirty players, but secret weapon players.
There's a couple pretty good.
I mean, they may be a bit dirty also. We'll have to
They're
see.
just hiding behind all the crappy ones.
Looks like they are gonna bench the Saw for this drive, the defensive specialist.
I still don't really know what I'm doing, but we're thinking. Thinking is probably not a good idea, but we're doing it anyway.
I mean, this Chorf line is going to be fun to see fall down or not, you know.
Well, this is one of those where the ball and chain's in effect. If the
Yep.
ball and chain comes out swinging, as they say, this thing could go tits up pretty quick for the Chorfs. Solid
Yeah,
kick.
that mighty blow on that ball and chain is going to be a big story.
The tree comes out first. They're stacking them up.
Because 2 big guys is always better than 1.
Oh, God. He won. And the reroll, no good.
That was a pro.
Oh, that was
That
pro.
was a pro reroll.
Not moving an inch. They're a wall.
Oh, and the stubborn Chorf stands firm.
Oh,
And ball and chains.
oh
motion.
man.
He's doing the cha-cha.
Oh,
And he connects.
finally.
The stand firm block, or maybe having second thoughts about doing that. The wind up.
No stand firm.
Brushes him in the face.
Of Nurgling and the
Nothing.
Great Unclean. But this time, no miracles.
And again.
Oh. And they're moving Chorfs left and right. Another firm bump.
That was 12 dice with 1 pow. 1 knockdown.
Now this ball
16
and
dice,
chain's
actually.
just getting warmed up right now. Noblar's infiltrating the pitch now.
Yeah, I think he threw an insult at that bowl.
Yeah, I mean with the little fingers, you can't tell. Can't tell
it's
if they're
hard.
giving them the finger or what. It's interesting seeing all these small players of different races all on the field at the same time. I mean, we have the 2 giant trees and an ogre, but I mean we've got Noblars and goblins and halflings all represented on the offensive side here. And a goblin blitz.
Oh, and a blitz.
And a clean attack. Goblin retreats.
Which is a normal thing for goblins.
Yeah, this goblin front line here, getting aggressive with them. Not afraid of the high strength pieces. On the defensive side, the Chorf line has been highlighted so far with the attack, but we have 2 bull centaurs, a pair of thralls, a vampire, a high elf lineman, a minotaur or a minotaur, depending on which direction you want to go with that, and then a
This
I
is
believe
exactly
there's
how his
a-
clone played too. I'm starting to wonder if an ogre ball carrier is, optimal.
I mean, that
Bretonian
was-
blocker.
This team, this other team, this Drumptonian winners, they have like such a weird grouping of players. Like, just they
And the
shouldn't be
3-die
playing
block
together.
on the Noblar.
Apparently,
Noblar.
3-die blocks don't mean anything today.
Yeah, you would think with more dice it would be better. It appears not to be. I think they're now hoping just to throw 1-dice blocks, and I have to admit that's gonna be an advantage to the stunty teams if that's how that ends up working. Too many dice can't wrap their hands around all the Paws. They slip through the fingers. See it's taken up. Blocker moving forward. Trumptopia moving into contact. Looks like they're trying to cage in some of these stunties.
I think they're just trying to flex their muscles.
Well, I mean, technically they've already caged in the one Noblar. Ball and Chain's partially caged in.
They're getting up close
And the
personal.
vampire
Neither
being
one of
well
those
behaved.
really
Need to be close.
care about being
So
caged in.
close
So
you can smell your breath and see the
Well,
dead
heck, I think the
insects
Ball
in
and
your
Chain might
teeth.
enjoy being caged in.
yep.
I mean, you stand around that thing long enough, you're going to catch one of those to the face. And the Minnow well behaved.
Minnow, being good.
Or Mino. I mean, it could be either way.
I'm gonna say Minnow.
And the Thrall moving forward. And looks like Drumtopia has built a wall.
That is a pretty decent wall.
Come on, guys. Team spirit is the key. Well,
Oh,
Red dice
me,
blocking.
oh, and it worked, kind of.
Just the push. And the push is going to actually move it into the closer to the wall here.
I don't think it minds. I'm pretty sure it's gonna enjoy doing that.
And the Ball and Chain is ball and chaining.
Pretty passive game so far.
Yeah, they're still getting the hang of this. First game for both of these teams, shaking off some of the rust, getting used to their teammates. A lot of them probably first time seeing some of these other races. Pogoer moving
Or
up.
two big goons. that
A lot
get
of them not
together
even
and
thinking they'd
fall
ever
out.
play with some of
It
these
really
races.
hurt.
And
Oh,
the
and
Pro
the
Tree in
Pro.
action.
Sometimes the
That's two. That pro. He's pretty
Overhand
pro.
left. Planting the Chorf back into the dirt. That Chorf is not having a good start to this game. 2 attacks on him so far that have been successful.
He's staying on the pitch though.
Well, that thick skull. I gotta imagine taking shots from Treeman. That will come in handy. And
Ooh,
the
the tree
Treeman Blitz coming in, sneaking in behind the Chorf. And
3 die blocks,
just-
not doing anything.
it's just too many dice. I don't know why a team would need so many dice. And the Tichy Noblar sneaking his way out. Goblin moving back. And Ball and Chain staggering about,
Hits it again.
getting his bearings.
fair fight can be so.
Oh, there we go.
Connects.
Room in sport.
Big contact.
This.
Not able to damage this Chorf. Chorf's hanging in strong so far. And he hits him again. He hits the man while he's down, pushing him further back.
And nothing.
They must have
And that
glue
was
on their
a
fingers.
go for it on that last strike. Oh, the big man with the ball coming lumbering up the field. Goblin escaping. Moving back further. And just a halfling and a little titchy. He's on his way back.
Oh,
He's got a
gone.
nefarious look in his eye. Bounce
Here
house.
comes the other team.
Oh, and he jumps on Axel One Eye, stuns him. Knocks the breath out of the
Boing.
dwarven chest.
Well, now they know they can break the armor on those dwarves. They've seen it. So, let's see this
Yeah, they found the weak spot, kicking them when they're down. Drumtopian winners. Bull Centaur moving up.
way up, going in deep.
That's almost into
Unity
scoring
is
range
strength.
for
Oh,
a
there's
Bull Centaur.
Blitz.
And looks like he's going to have a tackle attack.
With the reroll.
Ogor is going down. Hop along. He punched him in the stick.
Oh, just a stun.
Oh, he seems to be all right, but his stick seems to be a little bit shooken up. Spring seems to
Not his
need a little
versatility.
winding. Yeah,
gonna take him a couple
rewinding
turns
up
to find
his
the stick.
contraption. Getting the spring and the parts put back together.
Those players are very close.
Topia moving up again.
Fight is about to happen.
Rebuilding the wall. Oh!
Snack time.
He's hungry.
And he's eyeballing his teammate.
No, don't look. You'll fall into his trap.
He's hypnotic gazing a small player on the field.
That's not even fair. That poor guy can't even remember his own name, and you're gonna look at him like that.
Quarter
He told the
pounder.
league his name was Quater Pounder. We had to tell him no, that's wrong.
Oh, positive.
And the clock's winding down.
Here goes the eat. He's hungry.
Oh, he's taking a good healthy bite out of him. And one's bitten is stunned.
He will come back.
And the high elf moving into contact up with a goblin here. Snickerdoodle. Last minute adjustments. The Pro Mino or Minnow.
Man.
Pro is on fire in this match, huh?
And the screen is in place. Looks like they're giving the ball and chain a wide berth now.
Yeah, he doesn't have too many
Two big
options
goons
now.
that get together and fall on you. It can really hurt.
And
Oh, and the 3-die. Finally works.
And down he goes again. That Chorf is dynamite, just taking hit after hit.
He's been on the ground the entire
Smashing the
first 3 turns.
attacking the already bitten thrall. Ball and chain going to work,
Oh! Dancing
orbiting
again.
around him. And one last attempt.
Not going to GFI this turn. Maybe.
He's debating it. Nope. He looks to have shown a bit of restraint here. Ball carrier in motion.
Moving up the field.
Yeah. He's good movement.
Safety in numbers.
Noblar's moving up also. Dodging through. Goblin around the backside.
The halfling moves for the first time.
Yeah, he's been pretty patient. Getting the lay of the field and then only moving
More the
at the last
merrier.
moment here. Treeman coming in. Trying to kick the vampire. Vampire
Nothing must be
dodges his way out. And we look like we're getting the makings of a cage here almost.
A cage for what, though?
To what purpose? Goblin on the move.
That's right, my goblin's too valuable to bother fouling your filthy chorf.
These goblins are acting a little bit more like the high elf on the field here. Claiming superiority over the chorf. So the Union offense into work and into the defending half of the field.
Ah, at least they have teammates around them.
Oh,
Oh, and we have our first removal.
light snack goes down.
Not
He
sure if
just
the
wanted to
Union's
introduce
really
himself to
gonna
the
miss him.
babe over there.
That babe is way taller than him. That babe has got to be like 5 times taller than the little Nobbler, but she's still giving him attention.
He told me he was going to climb the Great Wall of something. I don't think I can repeat the final part of it.
All the more power to him, I guess, huh?
That brave little Nobbler. Standing in against such an impressive force of the vampire.
The fact he's still alive is a testament to how tough he really is.
Yeah, he took a direct punch from the vamp and was still there.
That vamp has been well fed already, so, I mean, the full strength of that attack is absolutely enormous. So far, the hitting gloves have slowly been warming up here. That was the first knockout or injury of the game so far. So.
Should be good.
We'll see if that is going to continue or if we're going to go back to just a little push fight.
It was pretty surprising that was the first one.
Yeah,
Teams
both
were
teams have
playing
been carefully picking their blocks and trying to do everything they can to be successful. But so far, that's all the damage that we've seen. And
we got a Minnow or Minnow Blitz.
He's coming in on the ball and chain.
Oh.
And the frenzy attack. Uses the pro, not able to.
No fail.
Oh, you had better run there.
Was that all of his movement? That
Yeah,
must have been
he
all of
used
his
both
movement.
GFIs to get that first one.
2 GFI up. That was a risky move.
Oh, and the ball and chain is in the tasty location.
He likes it right where he's at.
Oh, he could let it grip and rip now. This is dangerous territory. Mad Eye.
I like the
Could
move.
come
It was
up-
very, very risky, but it might come out bad.
Because
Well,
2 big guys is always
If
better
the
than
minnow could have gotten any result just to put that ball and chain down, it would remove him.
Yep.
Oh, Tree going back to work on the stand firm Chorf blocker. He has taken 4 hits in a row now, and just
Still
bounced
on the
right back
pitch.
up after each one. Oh, where did that hit come from? Was that the
yeah, I
ball
didn't-
and chain?
It must have been.
Ball and chain successfully removing a thrall.
Oh, and he hits the minnow.
Oh, he is on a rampage.
Oh!
Oh, Minnow down and stunned. And now he's going for the vamp.
For 3?
Ah, the clever vamp is dodging
dodge.
away.
Didn't see dodge. Whew.
And
Good
now
turn
Mad
for
Eye
that guy.
sneaking his way back away. Getting some distance.
Not sure that's where he wanted to go, but
Well, Mad Eye, after a nice round of attacks, finds himself holding the sideline. Uh-oh. Goblin in action.
slapping each other with. Dead fish?
Comes up a bit short. Oh, it was just a distraction. And another player goes down. These Chorf blockers have been taking a beating and have been responding to the call, though.
their armor has definitely been holding up.
Halflin moving up. Noblar making adjustments.
Setting up a very
And
small screen.
Final Noblar Swinging around. Patting his butt, taunting the opponents. Moving in. Whispering sweet nothings to the treeman. Treeman grabs him.
Oh, he's
Must
throwing
not have
him.
liked what he heard. He throws him.
Get off the field.
I believe that Knobloch quarter pounder has just been thrown in anger in the direction of a Bretonian.
And he looks like he's not getting up next turn.
Yeah, he seems to be a little bit heartbroken over being thrown by his treeman. So these teammates still getting used to each other a bit here, and maybe not communicating all that effectively. Oh no!
That blocker was taunting my tree man. He had to do something about it.
Yeah, these treemen do not like the players on the opposing side that have stand firm. One of them's been under a constant assault. The other one couldn't get within range, had to throw one of his teammates. Vamp on the move.
Staying
Moving
full. He's no longer hungry right now.
And the blocker getting away from the knobbler that had just been thrown at him. So far, one player KO'd for each side. 10-on-10 Blood Bowl.
I mean, really, it was like half a player KO'd for the Union.
Oh, come
We
on
won't
now. You
stand
can't
for
be
that kind of racism.
you can't be saying that. This is equal
You will be
opportunity.
hearing from the league office, sir.
You'll get an assist.
Sanctions.
Come at me. Come at me. All right.
Did somebody say sanctions?
Sanctions. Racism from blatant racism against my players from the commentators here, Commissioner.
Wait, commentators.
Pretty sure I was the one. I will fully, gladly admit that it was me.
No, you're here, and you didn't immediately put a stop to it and cut the broadcast. So you are complicit.
Complicit.
Yeah,
You can't be using big words. I didn't go to broadcasting school.
Yeah, that word was a little too big. Okay, we're trying to use 50-cent words or smaller around here. Okay.
Because two big guys is always better than one.
The treeman going to work again.
These treemen have been pretty good today. I mean, they're hitting like, not
Two
hard,
big
but
goons that get together and
pretty
fall on you.
effective.
It can really hurt.
I don't know.
Again, for the 5th turn in a row. He's
I've
knocked
seen
out.
that treeman hit him with the right, the left, and both legs now. He's thrown everything he has. Next thing you know, he's probably going to have to pick up the pogo and just start slamming him with the stick.
Like,
I
that's
mean,
the
that's-
only option he's got left.
Yeah, he's thrown everything he has at him, and just nothing's worked so far. Oh, ball and chain in action.
He's going.
Oh, the rampage continues.
That
Oh,
player
no.
is so close
He's
to
been
it.
so
Full
good the last
centaur
2
on the
turns.
edge.
Nothing. He's going off.
He's got one last GFI possibly here. He's got him pinned. He may just like him where he's at.
Yeah.
Ball and chain having a successful go at this though.
He's had a good first half for sure.
Well, they do have a couple of bribes, but we'll see if those are going to be allotted for him or if they're going to be bringing in. Got a goblin coming in. Successful goblin attack. Stand firm. He sticks it, but he's injured.
He's hurt. How bad? Oh,
The goblin super punch badly hurt the Bretonian, and what a thrown Noblar could not do, the goblin delivered.
the hit below the belt takes him out.
And this offense is just slowly walking its way up the field. They may be small, but they are definitely violent. And Goblin in motion, set in the front corner. And there is just a wave of destruction left behind this offense.
Just one knockdown player after another.
A minnow down, 2 chaos dwarfs down, a high elf left in the dust.
A high elf left in dust. Now that is a statement.
Yeah, don't tell them I said that. They can be a little sensitive about these things.
They are.
Uh-oh, he's heading this way. No, he's going for the Noblar. Okay, we're safe.
We're good.
And so far, the Union here has really been punishing pretty much anybody within the range of this ball and chain.
They've come out swinging.
Get in their face.
Yeah, literally, the ball and chain has been swinging nonstop.
And connecting.
Yeah, he's been more successful than most of the big guys here. The Treemen have really came into form, but yeah, it's the Minnows had a rough go of things so far. The Vamp, although the Vamp has been pretty well behaved, did take a quick snack out of one of his teammates, which probably wasn't the greatest thing to do, but
After
I mean,
which
he was all
Eli
right.
knocked him out.
It's
Yeah.
true. While he was on the ground, he did get knocked out. So
He just weakened him, I believe. And no Blitz yet. With the Bull Centaur and Minnow, and then, well, 2 Bull Centaurs and Minnow left to move. Be interesting to see where this one's going. Oh, the Minnow looks to be up.
what a well-behaved minnow in this game.
He's got his wits about him. Bull Centaur coming in.
Oh, Blitz.
And looks like he's going to get a hold of the Goblin. Snickerdoodle takes the attack. No issues at all.
Just laughing all the way to the ground.
And repositioning. And the sure-footed Bull Centaur moving up, setting the edge.
Jotonia encircling the ball.
And that's going to bring a close to turn 5. So we'll see what the Appalachian Paws are going to do next. Titulo Noblar moving closer to his tree men. Looks like he's apologizing a bit. Didn't mean to. Oh!
Finally.
On the 6th attack, the thick-skulled Chaos Dwarf finally decides maybe I shouldn't be standing next to this treeman. I'll go stand on the sideline a bit and figure out what I've done wrong with my life.
He definitely got tired
in motion. Hop along. Makes it a long distance. 8 movement Pogor. Oh! The ball and chain surf! Downed player.
That's a dangerous place to be.
Into the fence.
So good today.
Oh no. And the ball and chain finds himself on the sidelines. How is he going to get away from them though?
That's right, we just risked hitting our own ball carrier to make sure that Eli stayed in.
Not sure that was the most optimal play, but it worked.
He's worth it.
Well, does get the Bull Centaur off the field though. And he's going hunting for another Bull Centaur.
He's got blood on his mind.
Face to face with the Bull Centaur.
If the player is
Ball carrier blitz.
in the public and in general,
He's making his way.
dangerous.
Did
than
it?
player.
Oh!
Oh! Massive shoulder. Downs the Bull Centaur. Bull Centaur falls on his side. Looks to be stunned. Oh my gosh. Google Eye just making his way through, taking out a high strength piece on the way. Oh. Minnow staggered back. Freeman in motion.
On the edge of the field there, within grasping range of the
And
Halfling dodges out.
the team's only halfling on the move. Oh,
And they fail a dodge finally.
Another player on the ground.
the thrall
The coach
coming
will be
through,
spitting
kicking
teeth
out
at
the
face.
little man's legs. Snickerdoodle not able to get through. This is really looking like it's set up nice for a Appalachian Paws touchdown here.
It's going to be interesting to see what Jumptonia can do to stop this if they can.
Well, they haven't given up yet. They're still putting pressure on it, trying to get their players back into range. They do have quite a few players in contact with that treeman, though. Vampire's few steps away from the his nearest thrall, but with having the blodge skill on that, should be fine. And a chain push is going to free the Minotaur away from the treeman.
The domino effect.
Ooh, Goblin goes down. Looks to be
It's
stunned.
hard. Just stunned though. I definitely expected more damage done by Drumtonia at this point, but they've just been not hitting hard.
Interesting move. Hypnotic gaze. He gazes the pogoer.
It's it.
Or not the pogoer, the ball and chain. We could be seeing a minnow blitz coming in the backside here.
Not a wise
Here he
like
goes.
it
He's in
is.
motion.
on the border of the pitch. If the
Oh, the
player
big
gets
men are
And
going
he
at
gets
it.
well,
He blindsided him.
happened. It took 3 seconds.
He's KO'd.
Googly Eye can carry a ball, but he can't take a hit apparently.
Yeah, I can't imagine a lot of people picking fights with him. And the
Pro
minnow with the
crunch.
ball.
Oh. Pro coming through again.
And the only guy in the area or on the field bigger than that minnow is 2 squares behind him.
If the player is pushed here,
Now, I guess
it
the
will
treemen are
finish in
both
the
bigger than
public.
them, too.
And in general, fans are
I'm wrong a
But
lot.
than
the
players.
treemen are like 4 turns away.
I don't know. That one treeman is pretty quick.
Gentlemen,
Oh yeah, he's got the movement.
he's called Minotaur. Minotaur. Remember that name.
Well, I'm reading it. It says Min-O Tour. Min-O Tour.
Oh. Ball and chain attacking the downed
All this
Bull
focus on the
Centaur.
ball is against the spirit of the game.
Uh-oh.
Oh, uh-oh.
Ball and chain not having it.
They can dislodge the
And
ball
the
from that
minnow
loser.
is
There a
bounced.
chance of turning this match on its head.
And he's stunned again. This Minnow is just not having himself the best game. I mean, that last turn was great, but other than that.
And the ball and chain clearing the area. Ball back on the field, sitting nicely at, I believe it's the 4-yard line.
Freeman
Freeman on the
blitz.
move, blitzing the high elf. Oh, and a pow.
Step back.
Splinter Oldwood with a successful attack, sidelining the High Elf. And
Good catch. Hello, so near to the
Halfling with the ball. Heading to the end zone.
Oh,
Does a little dance, a little shimmy, a little shake.
Amazing. That's going to
And he-
poke the crowd just as a hard
He's in.
whistle.
He's cooking himself up a little something, little turkey leg supreme.
That's good stuff.
Tasty. Appalachian Paws with their first touchdown.
good recovery after their ball carrier going down. For sure.
I'm not so sure that wasn't part of the plan.
Hey, it's a fresh start.
Everybody comes
All
back.
KOs wake up.
Start all over again.
That's good for Paws.
Kick the ball to the opponent.
Now this is going to allow the Paws to still try and hide a secret weapon on the sidelines here.
Good job.
And Mad Eye gets the red card.
From the bench.
The bribe is held.
He didn't use the bribe after having such a good first half. He just lets him go.
Well, that's one of those where that may come back to haunt him. That is going to force the chainsaw onto the field. This is going to be one of those where they're going to have to use a bribe fairly soon now. But that being said, maybe they wanted that chainsaw in here, get them warmed up and swinging before halftime.
I'm not used to not having somebody injured. I didn't even think about it.
And the stunty defense dropping back.
Putting their big guys on the line and run away.
This is a very Woodolf-like formation, it looks to be. Hiding the high-value pieces.
I mean, are there any real high-value pieces on the team, though?
Again, do you sanctions?
Did somebody say sanctions?
I think high value is more of a greater than or less than kind of equation with something like this. I mean, they all have some level of value, and some are just higher value than others.
Okay, I'll take that. Yes.
You know, I mean, we've seen Coach Beers. He has Chaos and Nurgle both on his team, and obviously the Chaos are higher value than the Nurgle.
Oh wow. Oh.
So now you're talking sense.
Ouch! I think I deserved that one, but man. I'm gonna leave that one go. We're just gonna let it go. We're watching this game.
We can sort that out week 7 though.
Week 7 is coming soon.
Whoa! 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 Where did that high elf blitzer come from? I did not see him earlier.
I did not
Was
see
he
him
on the
either.
roster?
I don't
He was
think
on the sideline.
He
must have
must.
been on the
Yeah,
bench.
this is a bold maneuver. They benched a high elf in favor of.
Jim,
Oh my gosh.
did you know
Anything.
some
Yeah.
cheerleaders get paid more than the players?
That's a strength
That-
for frenzy high
Well,
elf.
it's a question of what
That's
the
a
fans are
vamp
looking
elf.
at. And who would you
A
rather
crazy elf.
So Drumtopia benched a tackle piece. They may have been concerned about that frenzy getting them in trouble. Having extra frenzy pieces can have that impact sometimes. And looks like they are now giving the big guys in the middle a wide berth. Making a few
Still
adjustments.
go around.
And the Paws look to have successfully forced the Drumtopia to go around the outsides. That is an absolutely intimidating center 3. Chainsaw kicks it. Chainsaw held high. The Reborn getting his first action in MML Blitz.
was your favorite moment as a Blood Bowl player, Bob?
Oh, well.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this defense works. I mean, they don't have a ton of movement. They've got to worry about pretty much every attack that comes at them, and yeah, this is just going to be one of those where it'll be a little bit curious to see kind of how they operate. If they're just going to try and cloud around people, or light snack heads over for another light snack.
Nope. He's gotten hungry again.
Up into his head. He'll be out for some time.
Yeah, there's several players on this field that are hungry. We have halflings that like to eat. Goblins like a snack every now and then. And the vampire already had a little nibble of one of his teammates. So, yeah, this is definitely one of those games where anybody might be taking a break for a quick bite to eat. Bull Centaur's moving way upfield. Oh, he may have stepped too far.
Oh, no.
Oh, and this is catastrophic. Fell a few steps short. He was pushing his luck, trying to get as far upfield as he could, and just lost his footing.
That is very unfortunate.
Yeah, the shifting sands of this stadium have taken another player to the ground. Oh, it looks like the Stunty Nation is assembling around a Chorf.
Looks like they're going to go all out.
Oh, and here it goes. Stand firm. The Goblin Super Punch.
These dwarves. Is that the same one that took 6 punches in the
Yes,
last
that
round?
definitely is. He is starting to develop calluses on his forehead. Uh-oh. Halfling up the field. Pogo are in motion. Oh, we may be seeing a foul coming up here. They're surrounding players.
Do you expect anything more or less from this team?
Oh, everybody's piling over here. They have had enough of this guy. He is getting a lot of attention. Oh, we got a blitz from the Treeman.
Tree blitz.
And he swings. Not able to down the elf. Looks around. Takes a couple of steps over. Readjusts. Chainsaw coming in.
No, there's the chainsaw.
And he cocks back. Goes to work. Going for the leg. Ooh, almost misses the short leg, but is able to stun him. Gives a thumbs up to the ref. Ref doesn't seem to be concerned about it.
Doesn't say a word.
Treeman with a boot, and that's going to free him from contact.
Well, it's interesting because...
Here comes the blitz.
There we go.
And that push will free him up. He can escape into the end zone now.
That last burst of speed.
And he's off and running. He's into the end zone.
Doesn't
With
trip
no
up
fear
this
of
time.
no fear of retribution here. High elf with the ball. And it looks like they're going to go with a handoff to the vampire. And he's having an issue handling it. Regrips it. It's bobbling it.
Wasn't paying
And gets it.
Easy.
Oh, you got it.
And now we will see. Vampire with the ball. Does have that good agility. Thrall goes out forward. Waves him forward. Points to his neck. Vampire doesn't seem interested. He's focused on the field.
He's focused. He's
Moves
ready to
up.
throw.
Cocks his arm back. Yells at the Bull Centaur to get ready. Not trusting his hands. Steps one closer. Yells again.
Trying to get his attention.
They pass the ball, but will it be a
And
completion?
it looks like he sees it coming.
Pass is good.
He catches it!
Pass is good. Oh!
And
What
some
a score.
fancy footwork. Trumptopia winners showing what they can do. Bull Center. Oh, it looks like the Bull Center may have injured his back on that celebration.
Hashtag winning.
Oh, and that is after the small union comes through and labors several turns, 6 turns coming up the field slowly, meticulously. Drumptopia comes up with a 2-turn Bull Centaur touchdown. I'm not so sure that wasn't planned that way. Bull Centaur faking going down. It looked pretty scripted.
This needs to be a hell of a kick.
Ref calling for a bribe. He receives it quickly.
Without hesitation, they're just away with the bribe.
Yeah, I actually think that they just handed it to him on the way out of the locker room. I mean, I'm not exactly sure that he had to ask for it. I think it's a given. When the Reborn is on the field, the money's going to be flowing. That is one thing you can't say about the Paws. They are not stingy with the money.
And it also feels like one of his cousins is on their team too.
I believe several of them.
Probably.
The entire stunty world recognizes the talent, the uniqueness of Damocles. Not since, dare I say, Puggy Bacon Breath himself have we seen the kind of talent and just raw potential that we see in Damocles Reborn. The entire stunty world has gathered just to form this team in order to provide him with the team and the role that he deserves.
It's pretty big talk for a character or for a player that hasn't done anything yet.
He fouled a Chorf, and he's done 2 kicks.
He fouled a Chorf.
He stunned a Chorf.
2 kicks. It's a hell of a kick.
His very first action ever on the field was to foul a Chorf. You can't tell me that's not a promising start to a career.
We'll see. I'm skeptical until I see some actual action.
Well, so far he's kicked the ball to the sideline also, so heck of a kicker there.
That is a good kick unless it goes out.
I mean, I have to admit, so far everything he's done, he's actually done fairly effectively. The foul was able to stun a Chorf, and both kicks, one kick deep and the other sideline. So
I'm just not. He's not like superstar worthy like they're trying to praise him as to be. All I'm saying.
No,
yeah.
Again, sir.
I'm not saying he doesn't have the
Sanctions.
potential. I'm not saying he
Sanctions.
doesn't have the potential. What? Because I'm telling you the truth. You're gonna sanction me? Come on, do it.
Racism, blatant racism. Any other team who would build up their star player like this would be welcomed and adored by dare I say you filthy big people. But the racism, the skepticism and cynicism that is lobbed at my poor character is just completely unwarranted.
now, in defense, you also lob your own players. So, all these things being lobbed at you, I think, is in fair game.
Not really, Jim.
Okay.
I have no idea what I'm doing here. Went out. No.
Rampage. No.
This is a
you had to
pretty
ask permission.
interesting defense setup now.
Why, thank you, sir.
And the touchback. So the chainsaw failed this time on the kick. Don't think you wanted a touchback.
It's a trap.
Okay, Akbar.
Akbar reboard.
Roik, there is one injury, but it's just badly hurt. You're good. I have no vested interest in this game whatsoever. I do not play Appalachian Paws next week, I promise.
Smell your breath and see the dead insects in your
Racist.
Wait.
Racist.
I mean, I do play
Sanctions.
Appalachian Paw next week.
I knew it. I knew there was something up with him. He's talking out of both corners of his mouth.
I'm completely unbiased in my announcing. Okay.
And this is the second time we've seen a ball carrier blitz this game.
It's
On the
not
side.
normal practice in Blood Bowl, but it seems to be normal practice today.
And he, with an overhand, looks like a single-handed axe handle, stuns the goblin.
I think he was tired of watching these goblins get hit and they're not getting hurt. So he wanted to show his team what to do, and
It's a trap!
And it looks like they're going to the sideline now. And the
Vampire Stain must have had a snack at halftime. He's still good to go.
I did notice a few fans missing, so he may have had his. Oh, and he's going to gaze the Noblar. He may have had a quick snack in the crowd. Oh, the Chorfs are gathering around, trying to get a hold of these stunty players.
Because two big guys is always better than one.
Minnow on the move. Able to knock the Treeman down. And it looks like they're not done yet. Oh, dodges away. Full centaur moving.
Seems like
Oh, Treeman pros his way up into this Minotaur's face again. Noblar Treeman loading up on the thrall. Stunty Nation here, making adjustments.
Sometimes
And Old Wood with an attack. Not able to break the armor.
the trees have been hitting pretty good. They're just not hitting very hard.
Well, this is the first time they've really gotten a hold of a squishier target. They've ran into a lot of Chorfs this game so far, so. And the Ogre going to work. Only able
Using
to
a
manage
reroll.
to push on Old Axel One Eye.
I don't think he wanted that reroll to be used there, but
And Goblin covering the sideline.
one brave goblin there.
And the Halfling coming over to offer some support.
Looks for
Reborn
food.
on his way in. Chainsaw just skips right off the helmet of the Chaos Dwarf. This Chaos Dwarf has been this Chaos Dwarf has been under attack by everybody on this team, and just somehow seems to, with 9 lives, keep coming back one more time.
On the border of the pitch.
And a little Noblar coming in, getting in the face of the ball carrier.
It took 3 days
Oh, and a failed leap.
And a stun.
Logo stick comes out right from underneath him.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. He just hasn't been able to get that thing running good ever since the stun earlier caused his spring to come a bit loose. So may have to readjust that again. And the High Elf moving up. A little
Was he
disappointed
taking a
that he
nap
didn't get...
last turn?
No. He was pouting because somebody else took the ball before he could get a chance to.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely was not happy with somebody else. Oh, Reborn appears to be stunned.
Okay, so, he fails the armor break with his saw. He misses completely, and then he gets stunned. So, star in the making right there, boys.
See,
The fact that he's still alive is a testament to how tough he truly is.
You've used that line before.
It was worth repeating.
And the Noblar survives.
6 dice, and he's still standing.
And that little Noblar is dynamite. Light snack. He got up after a light nap after the last kickoff.
Been out twice.
Yeah, he's been hanging in there. He hasn't taken anything major yet.
One less annoyance to deal with.
And
you almost smoked
his. Well, no, he used his face in an expert manner to absorb the punch. You know, protecting his fragile organs and major things. You know, the head on these Noblars, the brain is so small that it really, you know, it doesn't damage them as much. They got to protect
it. Off, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and even if it comes off, normally you can get at least one more drive out of them. Now that's that titchy. It'll have them, you know, staggering back and forth. They're still pretty hard to hit. You know, they take up space. And what was that? Thought I saw some dodging going on.
That was a vampire dodge. Away from the ogre. Oh, and then right back onto the ogre.
Looks like they're repositioning. And he tries to gaze the ogre.
Fails.
And the ogre's having none of it. Didn't even look at him.
He's got a googly eye. You can't gaze him.
Because 2 big guys is always better than 1.
Oh.
The Minnow trying to get a hold of the Treeman. Treeman's onto him. And these Treeman are going to work.
Treeman have been pretty good today. Pro failure, though, for the Minnow.
Yeah, the old twins coming in, Old Branch and Old Wood, tag teaming this entire you know, Drumtopia, one at a time, working their way from Minnow to Thrall to Chaos Dwarves.
Well, currently they're those 2 alone have 4 Drumtonian players tied up on them, so they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, huh?
Yeah, allowing the rest of the stunties a little bit more free reign. And with the Reborn down and stunned for this turn, the Small People Union's now looking for a new hero to lead the charge.
That weedy fella's gonna get splatted. Oh, I'm excited, Jim.
And Old Wood comes up a bit short, takes the punch.
Doesn't reroll.
Seems to be the first misstep of the Treeman in this game so far.
We were just talking them up, and they had to go and do that.
Well, we'll see what will be the results of that. Old Branch looking down at his half-twin, separated by a third root. Old Wood, a little bit disappointed. Looks like even the little Noblar, their quarter pounder, trying to pick the Treeman up with no avail.
These big men, though, we haven't seen a take root or a wild animal.
Here comes the high elf attack on the small AG4 Noblar. Windbreaker. Oh, he got into the fragile the organs there. Looks like he stunned him.
Looks like just a stun, though. These guys have not been able to get a removal.
Yeah, they've been able to get the hits, but the Small People Union really holding strong so far.
I don't think Drumtonia came in here thinking it would be this hard to remove players.
And working their way through, picking blocks one at a time, successfully knocking players down. And Snickerdoodle putting up a little bit more of a fight. That is that Chorf blocker that's taken so many attacks. Finally getting an opportunity to swing back on somebody and just can't seem to deliver.
Did not do it right. He's still probably shaking up after taking all those hits, you know.
Yeah, by this point he's probably seeing like triple or quadruple. I mean, most people see double. This guy's seeing in different dimensions at this point.
He doesn't even know what's going on. He doesn't even know where he's at right now.
He's actually fortunate to have a leg after that saw came after him. Oh, we got our first blood loss of the game. Oh, no, actually second. And he's off to take a little snack. He taps once bitten on the shoulder, gives him that loving smile, and then addresses the neck.
I'm going to have to be renamed now. He's twice bitten.
If you get my
Looks like they may have splattered a little blood on the jerseys.
Full of devoted thralls.
that says maybe, but not all their blood is as succulent.
Equipment manager can't be happy with that. That blood can be quite difficult to get out of these uniforms.
Ball carrier moving up.
Yeah.
3 bolts.
Another coach.
Did I just hear a free take route?
Oh, yeah.
Up he goes. He is up and moving, but he is going to stand on that location until one of these teams scores or the game is over. Oh, the Small People Union peeling some of their players off the field and getting them back upright. Trying to find a way to stop this score. We do have a few stunty players in the area that can make a move and get in the way. Hop along back, rewinding his pogo back up, adjusting the spring. Some of the Noblars waking themselves back up, and a dodge, and another dodge. The reborn comes through, saws on the back of the head, knocks out the ball carrier.
And the other centaur's like, whatever, that's my ball.
Well, shit.
See, a superstar would have knocked the ball in a direction where the centaur couldn't catch him.
We're still going to hit this guy in the face.
Right in the face.
Let's see it. The halfling going to make a block, eh?
Hop along, springs into action.
Oh,
looks like he's got his mechanical failures figured out.
Well, he didn't try to jump, so I don't know if he's too confident.
Oh, he's swinging the turkey leg strong this time. Back-to-back hits on both centaurs. Turkey leg not able to do as much damage as a chainsaw. You know, for any of you viewers that were thinking. If you have the option, use the chainsaw. It's more effective than a turkey leg.
Eat the turkey leg, use the chainsaw. I don't think that's a pretty good bounce for the Union too. It's not a terrible bounce.
Oh, their ball carrier moves in, dodges away from the Chorf, and just scoops it. That is a game changer there.
Did he really dodge? Man.
At AG3.
No reroll. Like, oh, man.
We had to use the reroll to not end our turn to knock the ball free.
Small Union out here making a fight of this.
The dwarf was trying to figure out what's going on with Googly Eye's eye and just totally forgot to try to trip him.
It was a juke move. He looked one way and ran the other.
I mean, he's looking one way going the other end at all
How are
times.
these Nobblers still on the pitch?
I mean, in basketball, you see a lot of no-look pass. That may have been the league's first no-look dodge. He didn't actually see where he was going. He just trusted that nothing was there that he was going to trip over.
I want to call. I might have to look into this investigation of what kind of armor these Nobblers are actually wearing.
Are you asking for a sanction?
Sanctions.
Somebody say sanctions?
I think the union needs to be definitely looked at for this.
Oh, that's the only block player I have on my whole team.
Oh no!
See, this is the question. Like, what do I do with my apothecary? Screw it. Oh, really, Nids? It's that or minus AV.
He didn't need armor.
I mean, he doesn't have armor anyways.
Right? You know what? Minus
Save
armor
him
means
and
nothing
cut
to
him.
us. Cut him? He's fine.
No, you cut him. Let
He's
Dr.
fine.
Dio try and stitch that back up.
Oh, my.
Actually, you probably should have killed him. It's a more humane thing to do.
And letting Dio get his hands on him, yeah.
Why would you let Dio even touch any of your players?
AV6 is fine. We have AV5. What do we care? We have 100k Noblars. What the hell do we care if he's minus AV?
Look at what's happening with that AV5 too. They haven't been touched,
Exactly.
basically.
That was the thing, actually, there then. He had too much armor. That's why he got hurt.
Now he's
weighing
good.
him down.
He's always wanted to be a Nobbler, you know? Now he's closer.
Hell, he's still got the same AV as Jed, you know? Like, he's not even down to a Nobbler level yet. He can still take another minus AV.
Speaking of Jed better not look behind him. There's a vampire sneaking up.
No, don't look. You'll fall into his trap.
That's not fair, dude. You come do that to a man with a googly eye and see what happens.
Oh, he's about to do something else. Googly eye.
A full stack of nothing happens. I've seen it. And Treeman goes down. Old Branch taking his rest for a turn. Old Wood looking on.
Oh, this could be fun. Especially if
And
the ball
Chorf
holder
swinging
goes
around
down.
the back. And it looks like a Bull Centaur blitz. He jumps up.
Going for the ball.
Swings. And doesn't look successful. Does pin him into a little mess of Chorfs here, though.
Yeah, it's another.
On the floor again. This
Oh,
team is like
the Rudy Freeman takes a kick.
Trying his hardest to keep people in contact because he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's going to be all by himself now. Unless they can somehow maneuver that minnow over to him or something. He's going to be a little bit lonely. Small Union looking pretty healthy here. You know, they're able to keep the numbers even. Both teams at 10 now, I believe. And a Bull Centaur and Bretonian blocker out for the winners. And the ball and chain and the blodge-handed goblin out for the Paws.
Only one of
I hear
those
chainsaw in action. What happened? Did I miss it?
Nothing. He rolled a 1.
He mishandled it, but didn't break his own armor.
Well, lucky guy standing there.
Superstar right there, right?
I mean, sometimes the chainsaw gets away from a guy. That was pretty brilliant to be able to not get
proving
injured.
that armor 7 is just excessive. He could have had armor 6 and been fine.
Strike first, run later. That's always been my motto.
I don't think a superstar. Oh, there we go.
Uh-oh. Ball is
That
loose
dwarf was
again.
not distracted this time. Uh-oh.
4 turns left. What direction will this ball go? This is really anybody's guess at this point. We've seen both teams make some pretty impressive plays. We've seen a 2-turn from the Drumptopia winners. We saw a skilled... Oh, my God!
The crowd Nobblers!
We've seen everything.
Everything.
And then some.
I mean, we've been talking about how 3 dice is not even an advantage.
It's excessive. It's really excessive in a game like this. I don't know why they need 3 dice, but it seems like every time they go to the 3 dice, it goes poorly. I'm half expecting the Saw just to grab the ball and take off with it because he has been pretty solid so far, and their latest ball carrier just can't seem to deliver. Google Eye may get relegated out of his ball handling duty after that last one.
I mean, even the first half, he got hit once and was gone.
You can't expect a minnow coming up behind you. I think any ball carrier is gonna, get crushed in that situation.
This is not any normal ball carrier, though. This is a beast of a ball
looks
carrier.
like they're loading up on the Chorf. Calling in another.
Like a fight is about to happen.
Titchy coming around. Titchy in place. Pogo attack. Hop along, swinging the big stick. Boots him back, clears the ball. And Ogre up. Fails to pick up. Bobbles it into the center of this cage.
He's boasted to be one of the most sure-handed ogres. That doesn't really seem to be helping him this time.
No, that just goes to show how unsure-handed most ogres are. He may be the most sure-handed one, but they're not known for their hands.
Well, I mean, they're known for their fists, which are hands, so...
I mean, the fist is just simply an extension of the hand. And the winner's getting up. Moving forward. And this whole ordeal started with a sideline kick and perfect defense that went out of bounds, and a Bull Centaur starts with it, runs up the side of the field, gets a sneak attack from a chainsaw, ball bouncing around. They're fighting over it ever since. Pogo taking a shot, flips over, just a stun.
Just a stun. Will anybody really end up with the ball at this point?
I would say at this point the AG4 of the Union really has to come in big. They've got a handful of different players that can get a hold of this thing. The High Elves have been distracted punching Noblars with armor value 10 apparently, and haven't really gotten into the ball carrying yet.
I mean, the High Elves are basically non-existent today.
Well, I did notice they were polishing their armor some and fixing their hair. I may have said too much. Here they come. And Reborn able to avoid the first attack. And it scatters out.
Not avoid the second one, though. Scary moment for small people everywhere, huh?
Please stop him.
And he goes down in the center of this. Appears to be a bit shooken up. Chainsaw didn't land on him, though, thankfully. Sputters to a stop.
That's a strike made with toe. Wait, something's happening.
Oh, and we
The end of
have
the 100K Noblar.
Our first actual death.
You can see several small Noblar fans tearing up in the crowd as a Bull Centaur casually grabs the ball right behind the distracted Goblin.
Showing googly eye how it's done.
And the Drumtopia is able to pick that ball up, puts them in a pretty good position so far. Going to be difficult for the Paws to get an attacker over there to really put up a strong fight. At this point, they're missing their block player.
Fast and impossible to
See if they can muster enough help to make this happen.
They're attacking the ball carrier, Bob.
I know, Jim. I'm watching the same match
And
as
the
you.
one die, Snickerdoodle goes to work.
Comes through. Less favorable bounce for the Union this time.
And here comes the Blitz. Pushes the High Elf down. He looks like he's making a break for the ball.
It does.
Failure that could
Was
cost
that a
He's
one-die
in.
block to start that?
Oh, he can't seem to get a hold of it, though. Drops it at the feet of a plethora of small people union players. Two turns left. No re-rolls. Ball on the ground, anybody's game.
Yeah, no real advantage right now for either one. Coming down to the wire.
So close, and yet so much can still
I
happen.
mean, I guess the only advantage would be
Nothing
the ball
certain
is
in this game.
winner side of the field where they can score.
Yeah, it's been an absolute scrum ever since it got popped loose from that chainsaw attack. Both teams just taking turns swiping at it, trying to grab it, getting knocked off of it. Although the winners do have a one-player advantage now with the death of the expensive Noblar.
Two Nobblers. Oh no, only one Nobbler out. So I mean, I think 2.5 players out. We're all right.
Blatant racism again. Sanctions!
I'm not even trying to deny it. It's not even racism. It's just truth.
Sanctions!
Two big goons that get together and fall on you.
Bring it on. Sanction me. I'll take it to the
The
higher
man's
ups.
volunteering for a sanction.
He's openly defying the league office.
I don't think the league office is I couldn't talk
Stop
about.
doing
and
that,
a-
Sturm!
And a
what just
Chorf
happened?
blocker with the ball.
Oh man.
Axel
apparently-
One-Eye taunting Google Eye.
The 4+5+ catching and pickup stopped being funny a while ago.
We should probably check out the winners for sticky tar on their hands. That's some pretty sketchy catching going on there.
Are you saying it's sketchy catchy? And small people back in motion. Picking themselves up off the field.
There are a lot of them down there at this point. They don't have to pick themselves
Chainsaw's up. He cocks it back. Takes a swing. Unable to break the armor, dropping a pair of ones.
I mean, if you look at the way he's swinging that saw, it doesn't look like he really knows what he's doing. Kind of just closing his eyes and praying. Googly Eyes pretty mad that he wasn't able to pick the ball up, but the Centaur was.
Yeah, Googly Eyes, it almost appears like he made promises that he was going to score a touchdown in this game and is going to end up coming up a little bit short on that one.
Yeah. A lot of it short. It's no chance.
Well, that being said, a lot of the players in this game are a little bit short, so between the dwarves and the Noblars and the halflings, we don't want to forget the halfling that scored in the first half. This has really been one of those where, tackle comes in and Snickerdoodle's injured. I think he's going to recover just fine from that one. Looks like he made an early break to the locker room. Wanted to get a shower in before Google Eye got in there and really messed the place up.
Cutting out early.
Well, he gets paid the same no matter what. This is MML Blitz does have fully guaranteed contracts, so he will receive his full paycheck, even if he does cut out a bit early.
Yep. Regardless of what happens, he's getting paid.
The less the thunder there are around the ball, the easier it's going to be to move.
And Chorf able to push the chainsaw away from the ball carrier.
And into the path of the guy who's trying to score.
He didn't see the opponents around him, did he?
So we got no rerolls. Final turn. Let's see how this goes.
And we've got a push on the Noblar, moving him forward. Once bitten, twice shy. Been attacked by that vampire twice. Looks to be a little bit happy that he moved away. And the blitz.
There's a blitz and was it a dodge? Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was a dodge.
Oh man.
The casual 3+ dodge.
4+.
4+. Player in the end zone. We've seen this before.
And he's just gonna.
A quick handoff to the High Elf. High Elf looks to be directing traffic. Bootlegging to the right, moving forward. Little zigzag there.
Here comes the last chance.
Yelling at the Thrall.
Throws.
Yes.
Not able to deliver it.
I could be scaly here. But I'll let
The Union fans are going nuts. They're calling this one a win.
You're darn right we're calling this a win.
Oh, you can call it
Excited that only one player died. Calling that successful.
The points are going to say that it wasn't a win now, so I mean.
Well, this is actually them getting 1 point. I think that's in their book. I think they're going to walk away pretty proud of that one. And chainsaw
victory!
Congratulations, Raz.
That was a great game, Stern.
That was a lot of fun.
That was great.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, I want to save this.
Vastly outperformed expectations.
I get a 1 for winnings. Yay for me. But I get +2
I
for
rolled a
him.
6.
You deserved it. You earned every penny of that.
We had the same number of blocks.
I didn't know what to do. Am I going? There's all this sidestep. All this sidestep. What am I doing? This
And
sidestep.
the Noblar's hanging in there through literally the entire game until Windbreaker died. Like that was ridiculous.
Oh, three skulls. Three skulls, and I still was in it. Am I going?
Great.
Any other game, I'm going, oh, three
Dimes
skulls.
were garbage.
Yeah, they were
It
garbage.
didn't matter. Like, even if you got him down, the 3-die meant you weren't removing them.
No, I was fine with my stand firm guy. Like going, yeah, just keep standing there, keep hitting hits. You're fine.
Right?
You're
Yeah.
fine. 6
Then he
turns.
comes
That's
right
fine.
back. Finally got him out. He finally comes just right back.
He's
No
fine.
problem.
He's fine.
Oh, that was amazing.
Thanks for the announcing. That was fun. I had a really good time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
It's a good time.
I can't. And one toss of a player, and that going. Well, that didn't work out. Don't do that again. Rip that page out. It was random too.
I didn't get to leap with Damocles, but the dodges were always there, and I'm like, no, I can't just wave his life in front of Nuffle like that. I can't tempt Nuffle and give him an excuse.
Yeah, I get a couple of hits on him, but I'm like going, I don't know what to do with it. And I did. I forgot the high elf was on the bench, and I played with 2 thralls. And I'm going,
I
well,
was wondering.
it could be worse.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I was
it could be
wondering
worse.
about that.
It could be. My Minotaur Bliss was pretty fun. That was like going, I'm going to use Hypnotic Gaze, and everything's going to work out just fine. I have no doubt.
Jubili's kind of making a case to be like a blitzer or something. 'Cause he hits hard, man, but he is having issues picking up the ball and doing basic, ball carrier things.
Yeah, I kept expecting the Pogoer to get the ball eventually. I mean, eventually he's going to get that ball to the Pogoer, so he's just going to jump
Nope.
over things. Nah, not so much.
Eli, Mad Eye Eli is the MVP of that fucking game. He
Oh,
really is.
that Fanatic was stupid. That
Wow.
Fanatic was
Wow.
stupid. I
And
like
then
going,
he
he's going to
got the
screw up.
surf on the bull, and then got back.
I'm like, eventually he's going to go somewhere he's not supposed to go. Nah, pretty much he's good where he
nope.
is.
Nope. I mean, we played pretty heavily around him. Like there was a lot of AV5 screening him and all of that.
That was brilliant. That was
It
brilliant.
was something, man. You play the dice you're given, right?
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I'm like going, I got a lot of block, I got a lot of things. I'm like, everything's fine. And that 3-die block skulls, I'm like going, I didn't stand up guys. I'm like, should be easy. I'm just going to get a push. He'll be fine. 3 skulls,
Yeah, what
really?
could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
That was a blast.
I had a good
I
time.
hope every game is at least at something close to that.
I got a lot of star player points. I'll give myself that. Woo! Ooh, and Bull Centaurs were studs for the most part. I really had no complaints. I'm like, they're gonna get hit.
Taking his block.
The pickups, the scatter catches. I never got a chance to try to recover the damn ball when I knocked it free because you caught it every time.
Every G2 caught it. I'm like going, what's that? Why not? Why not?
Touchdown, the freaking touchdown. I should have put Pogoer back there. And I'm like, screw it, it's AG2. Even if he gets down there, what the hell's going to happen? I'm fouling this short.
And I did miss that last dodge, that 50% top. Like, oh, there's a Nobbler there. I forgot. I'm like, oh,
I
well.
was wondering, I sidestepped deliberately onto that thrall to prevent that play from happening, and he was just like, nah, it doesn't matter. He's not there.
What's happening?
I couldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't. I was trying to get it to the high elf who was on the ground, and I'm like going,
Yeah, I figured you were going to hand it back to him and have him just run right through.
Yeah.
But then you got the pushes on Damocles, and he was like, nope, you're not going this way.
I'm like, okay, I guess, I don't know. I guess that's why I made sure that the turn before, I'm like, going, get as much AG3 downfield as possible. Anything's possible with these elves. They can just toss the ball. I'm like, that's why those elf throwers, I'm like, why do you need an elf thrower? I'd much rather have a strength 4 with tackle who's going to throw the ball on occasion. Why not? Toss it downfield. But my AG2 was the bomb until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that last throw. Oh, so close. Good game once again. Still have not beat Rez in the league play. So
The stunted people have gained a point in their opening game even. We thought it would take years to get a point in the league standings. I mean, we are way ahead of the curve here, guys.
the Drumtopia draws have made their wonderful debut.
Yeah, great debut for your guys. You can feel real proud of your time, right? Oh, that was a great game. That was a great game.
Well, thanks all for everyone who was watching. That was a good time. I don't even want to look at the dice rolls. It was stupid.
The amount of dice that I rolled, it's
Ooh, your
something
Treeman
that I'm
got the
proud of.
MVP too.
Yeah,
And
he did.
my Thrall did.
Trees were great. They couldn't remove people, but they were great.
Yeah, I mean, they did their job. And I didn't know what to do with them after a while. I'm like going, well, whatever.
It worked. That perfect defense was really nice. That really
yeah,
helped.
that was ideal.
It's like, nope, screw you. You're not going this way anymore.
Fine. This team will be fine. I just got to get a little practice. It'll be fine. But this was an ideal match, and yeah, draw's not a good sign. All that tackle.
I would say that, especially with the armor rolls, the Knuffle was smiling upon me today. Like,
I don't know. I still killed a couple players. That wasn't that nice.
Seriously, I'm keeping Nids. What do I care if he's AV6? Seriously.
Yeah, he's blodge. He's got block, right? And he's got block in what, AG4? You gotta keep him.
He's block sure hands. So
yeah, you keep him and he's dead.
Literally the only player on my team who has block.
I mean, if we're honest, he's already bought and paid for.
Yeah, I mean...
You're not gonna get a refund. You didn't keep your receipt. Slightly used goblin.
Most of my team is like AV5, AV6, somewhere in that range. So why not? He's just trying to fit in more. He's trying to relate to his other teammates.
Let's put it this way: don't let him get hit. That's the whole idea, anyway, right? If you're letting him get hit, that's not the plan.
I mean,
You're off script.
Windbreaker might have been slightly bloated, you know, just a little bit. The 100k Noblar.
I'm like, what do you do with a 100k Noblar? I guess you hit him or you ignore him. Either way, I'm like,
kill him.
I tried.
Yeah, that's what you do. You kill him apparently.
Yeah, that happens. That's bound to happen. But at least you get 60k. You'll at least be able to get what, 3 Nobblers. Boom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 3 Nobblers right off the bat.
Come on, bring 3 Nobblers at me.
So the Windbreaker, you know, not being on the team, allowing the extra cash, will that make the extra bribe induced the Windbreaker bribe?
Windbreaker bribe.
I mean, he's giving up a bribe.
Who's at home next week there, Rand?
I don't know.
Oh, you are. That's lame.
I think it's lame. I think it's nice.
That's your TV.
Dude, I have 2 MNGs next game, so I don't know what my...
Yeah, you do.
I don't know what my my loners are next week. I don't know
hey,
what they
Damocles survived the first game. He made it through the first game, guys.
Yeah, my Bretonian blocker is constantly out within 4 turns. I just guarantee he's out by turn 4. He's always like, bye-bye. Every practice game, I'm like, bye-bye. It's like Bretonian, the lone Bretonian,
all
like,
my practice
bye-bye.
games, Damocles died, so I'm pretty happy with this actual outcome.
I assumed, like, oh yeah, I don't have my blocker, whatever. And he's got stand firm and tackle. I'm like, oh, well, what are you going to do?
All that stand firm, somebody had to go. Like, that was too much just standing there. Somebody had to get injured.
Yeah.
This is unfortunate, though. Like, I play Rez next week with 1 tackle piece.
Well, it didn't help me.
See how much tackle helped him.
Oh, wow. Wow. At least I drew, I guess. It could have been worse.
Well, no, I just mean, like, you were getting them down with tackle, but the armor praise just didn't freaking matter.
Well, yeah, my tackle pieces don't have the mighty blow, and vice versa. So I've won. Yeah. My line elf is got the tackle and mighty blow. I'm like, I just kept him in the backfield waiting for a hit. I'm like, going, just let someone come down to hit, because I'm not going up there and he's the ball carrier too. I'm like, oh, he's gonna throw balls too. Same thing, same guy.
Well, if I could just get the Fnatic to give me that kind of offensive driving force every single game. Like, we just lined up behind him and he went to town. It's like, okay.
All I needed was a both down. I have all that block and wrestle.
I had to burn at least 1 reroll on him for it. I mean, I was doing some go for it. He was getting a little nuts with it.
He was MVP. He should have gotten it. He was the game.
He was trying to crawl out beneath the immense shadow that the Reborn cast on this entire team. You know, he's in early. He's mopping the floors late. He's doing the laundry. You know, he's doing all the little things right to really try and become a star so far. So at this point, he's still in that shadow. But you know, I think this is his first attempt to really become somebody.
He's doing wind sprints for all the go-for-its he's doing. He's got to be doing stairs or something. He's on the Stairmaster with his ball and chain at the same time. I'm like, fall down, you stupid goblin. Oh.
He's a straight star for me. Damn Piece isn't a star. That guy is a star.
He didn't get any star player points, all that, but he was
He
was awesome. He was the MVP
He
by
couldn't
far.
get anybody really removed until he managed the fucking just ridiculous surf on the
The
full
serves,
set time.
yeah, the freaking serves. I'm like,
That was amazing.
I'm like, do I stand this guy up? I'm like, why? He's not going to. He's going to leave the pitch. There's almost no way this is not happening.
I figured he was gonna surf himself, not the centaur. But hey, I'll take that. At that point, I was so invested in him, and he was so like the complete focus point. Like I just no. You go back towards fucking Google Eye. I don't care if you smack that son of a bitch. I'm not having you surf yourself.
I thought he's going to put that next to the ball carrier. I'm like, oh, no, this isn't this. No, whatever.
When everything is a bad move, nothing is a bad move.
Yeah. Yep.
We are free. We are truly free.
Well, at least I'll have a more normal game next week, I'm hoping. It can't be any weirder.
Pretty sure like all games in this league are weird.
They are very weird.
It's not like you could ever be like, oh yeah, normal opponent next week. No, we got a runners and 2 shorts and a vamp.
Yeah, and an elf throwing to a bull centaur and just, oh my God, of course I'm going to do that in turn 8 of the second. Why wouldn't I do that?
No big deal. Yeah, no problem. Why not? It's cool.
He falls down on a go for it. That's why I paid for surf feet. Come on now. This is what I paid for. Anyway, all right. Well, guys, have a good night. Thanks for our last 2 viewers who are watching, and thanks for our announcing team. This was the MML Blitz League now, I guess. Or how's it? We don't even know. It's the weirdest league in the MML Pro that you'll ever come across, and on this platform, on PS4 or any platform apparently, with the kookiest individuals. Check us out on I'm going to be on MML Pro or MML Blitz, or you'll find us. If you know who we are, you'll find us. MML. Have a good night, everybody, and stop rolling 3 downs. That really sucks on 3 skulls against halflings. Have a good night, all. Have a good night, all.
Thanks, Jens.